There is a shady game being played by a lot of network marketers on social media today that is giving the entire industry a bad name. In today's episode, we're going to tackle a critical and controversial topic in network marketing and aggressive recruitment tactics. We'll delve into the use of high pressure and deceptive strategies, discuss the ethical implications, and explore how these tactics can lead to legal scrutiny and damage your reputation. In case we're meeting for the first time, we are the Beaches here at Beach Boss Influencers. My name is Brandy Shaver.
My name is Carrie Hyam.
And I'm Fran Leibscher.
And what we do is we teach network marketers like you how to grow a profitable network marketing business in less time using social media automation and influence marketing. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And then share this out to your network. We, as Beach Boss Influencers, our mission is to elevate the industry as a whole. And we also want you to share your biggest takeaways of today's episode with us on social media. So drop your comments, drop your takeaways. Let's explore how to approach recruitment with integrity and build a successful network marketing business ethically. All right, Carrie, let's dive in.
Yes. So I guess let's first kind of understand and peel back what aggressive recruitment tactics are. So aggressive recruitment tactics involve high pressure strategies to persuade individuals to join your business. So these can include persistent follow-ups. Making exaggerated claims about earnings or using emotional manipulation. And we see this a lot with people that they do a lot of work on like psychology and mindset and all these things, and they end up using what can be really good for bad. So, when it comes to some examples of this, it can be like promising quick wealth or, the fear of missing out or, oh, if you join now, I'm in a place, you're going to get a power leg and you're going to have all these people joining without you doing anything, like that sort of stuff to create urgency or downplaying the risks and the challenges that are associated with joining your team. Like, it's aggressive, it's spammy, it gives network marketing a bad name. So some deceptive practices that we want to avoid is misleading information. So deceptive tactics might include like providing incomplete or misleading information about the business opportunity, such as maybe like you're overstating potential earnings or underestimating the effort that's required to actually like make decent money inside this industry. It stems back to like, the very beginning, like 50 years ago, where they were like, all you do is have to find 3 people, and then those people will go find 3 people, and then we're all a millionaire. Like, not okay, right? Not okay. Also emotional manipulation. Oh my goodness, tongue tied today. So like utilizing personal or emotional stories to like pressure individuals into joining or even exploiting vulnerabilities to gain their commitment. So I heard a story from one of our students. This was months ago, but he did, and if it wasn't so unethical, I would think it was absolutely genius. he he was on Tinder. He had a Tinder profile, and what he would do is the ones that he called them brown baggers. That's such an awful way to describe like the women that he was approaching. So like women that you could tell like were struggling to get dates, he would swipe. I'm not even on Tinder. He would swipe whatever direction and he would start a conversation with them, and he would even take them on a date. And then he would recruit them into his team. No emotional manipulation. That is so awful, right?
That is awful.
Women, like, so don't do it. Don't do it. Like, genius if you are the son of the devil, right? Like, so,
I haven't heard that story.
I know that there's someone out there that they're like, oh my gosh, I never thought of Tinder, right?
Totally
The idea, Carrie. But here's the thing, like using tactics like this, it's very controversial for an ethical reason. So, there are ethical issues right now surrounding recruitment styles like this, and it includes the potential for like harming people, like from an emotional standpoint. I mean, you can think of
Mhm.
those women like, you join my team, you don't make me money, you never go take me on a date again,
You're
right?
out.
Like,
Sorry about your luck.
you're out. And not only that, not only that, but anytime there's like an aggressive recruiting style, it hurts people's finances, right? And especially if you're creating unrealistic expectations of what people can do in a short amount of time, like people end up in legal scrutiny all the time inside
Mhm.
network marketing because they use tactics like this. So deceptive practices, it can lead to legal consequences such as investigations by regulatory bodies or other legal actions, which I think we've talked about on a previous episode,
Mhm.
right? We have, FTC, FDA, tons of people that
BSA,
are
the
BSA,
FBI. No, I'm just kidding.
the FBI, the CIA, that let's just keep naming them off. But they're all like, legal actions can and will eventually catch up to you if you're using these practices.
Yeah. And it's going to have a massive impact on your business. And first, I'm going to talk about three things here. But the first thing is a short term versus a long term effect. And you may see some short term gains. If you're doing these massively aggressive tactics while they're not really ethical, but they may yield quick results, including in terms of recruitment numbers and your team growing, but it's not sustainable. And you may end up with a lawsuit against you, but can also lead to high turnover rates. So just picture these poor women who were recruited and then suddenly find that actually they're not the love of his life, but they were just he was it was a strategy or a tactic,
Mhm.
and they're probably they're not going to stick around because they probably weren't looking for a network marketing business in the first place.
And the
But
the one thing too that I wanna add here is, like, if that duplicated in your team, can you imagine? Like, oh my gosh, that'd be
No,
like a
Seriously.
I hadn't heard the story, and I just actually can't believe that somebody even thought of it.
Yeah,
that
you're
would
gonna
be
have
like
to
a
go.
complete
It was
nightmare.
months ago on one of our coaching calls, it was brought up. I was like, I don't remember if where it was brought up, and I was like, I can't believe someone actually did that.
And where did he
Oh,
get that
man.
idea? I mean, I don't know. Like maybe his upline was doing that, and maybe it's like still being done.
It could be.
Different
If you
strokes
are
for
doing
different
this, that is
folks.
unethical. Stop now.
Stop! Stop! If you have anything like makes you think, "Oh, should I really do that?" Don't do it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
But it's also going to cause long term damage because over time, these tactics are not only going to you know, cause you a lot of stress, may cause legal issues, but are going to damage your reputation and reduce your trust within your team, within your audience, and lead, as I said, lead to potential legal issues.
I
And
think it ruins
negative,
your influence, if you want my honest
yeah,
opinion. Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah. And, you know, negative word of mouth spreads like wildfire and way faster than any positive word of mouth. Okay. People love a scandal and they love to hear bad things about people. They do. They thrive on it. Um, it's also going to have, the effect that it's going to have on individuals as a financial impact because people who join under false pretenses, they may face financial losses, be them small or very large financial losses, which is going to lead to dissatisfaction is kind of a vanilla. It's going to lead to a lot of anger, frustration, um, and again, potential legal issues. Okay, and it's going to have an emotional and psychological impact on those people because it's going to create massive stress and anxiety for those people who are being recruited and leading to, you know, negative emotional outcomes. And we don't want that. You don't want people that you recruited then stressed and unhappy because that word again is going to spread and going to ruin your reputation and going to ruin your influence, and it is also going to ruin the industry, okay, because it is going to cause negative perceptions about the industry. These aggressive and deceptive tactics create and are contributing to the negative perception of network marketing as a whole. All right. So please, for the love of all that is holy, stop doing anything that doesn't feel right. I'm getting the heebie jeebies just thinking about
I
it.
know, me too.
Mhm. We're all on soapboxes today.
I know. Oh, I still can't believe he did that.
So so we laugh about it because it's so awful.
It is awful. Can
So,
you
you
imagine
know
being one of those ladies? Oh my gosh,
no,
that's terrible.
it's awful.
And he,
So
he called them
identify
brown.
some red flags. Let's identify the red flags right now
Definitely
and the
don't
warning
swipe
signs.
on any weirdos.
So, learn to recognize signs of aggressive or deceptive tactics. That's a big thing, both in your own practices and that of your team, right? Like, make sure your team isn't doing any of this stuff. And beware of high pressure tactics and misleading claims, and always be doing self assessment for you, for your teams, for people in your companies, because assessing your recruitment strategies and practices are what's going to ensure that you are adhering to ethical standards and avoiding any practices that can be considered aggressive or deceptive or can get you in trouble with the law. And then, when it comes to seeking guidance, like, consult. There are industry experts, legal experts that you can consult with if you have concerns about your recruitment practices or of somebody, maybe even your, like, how your company is doing it. If you see that, like, your company is promoting unethical stuff, I recommend jumping ship. Like, I'm going to throw it right out there. It's only
Just
a matter
run.
of time.
Run for your life.
It's only a matter of time before your company is going to be shut down. Okay. And then, as far as like industry resources, like, utilize resources and best practices, right? Like, look at what the FTC says about it. Look at what the DSA is saying about it. Look at what these organizations, if you're outside of our country, of the US, like, whatever legal regulatory company or body does that, read up on what common and what is okay
Yeah, there's
based on
no
where you're
excuse for not knowing anymore
at.
because you have the internet. So there
Yep.
you go. All right. So if you'd like to learn how to have so many of your prospects coming to you that so you don't have to use aggressive and deceptive tactics, click the link in the comments and grab our social recruiting secrets. And make sure to share this episode with your teams, with your network marketing friends, because they need to know this stuff, right? And then don't forget to join our free online community with over 30,000 plus network marketers just like you to discover the secrets to grow your business using social media and automation. You can find that link in the description below. And we appreciate you being here. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.